In 2010, we, the World March of Women activists from the 5 continents, took to the streets once more. Under the slogan, "Women on the March Until We Are All Free," the third international action was launched on March 8th, International Women's Day, and continued throughout the year until October 17th, the International Day for the Eradication of Poverty. We marched to demonstrate our perseverance and our strength as collectively organized women with diverse experiences, political cultures, and ethnic backgrounds, but with a common identity and goal: the desire to overthrow the current unjust world order that provokes violence and poverty, and to construct the world we want, based on peace, justice, equality, freedom, and solidarity. We marched to celebrate the 100-year anniversary of the Declaration of International Women's Day, and to honor the memory of thousands of women activists that struggled for liberation and true equality between men and women all over the world. By making visible their contributions, we actively resisted the male-dominated model of history-telling. Since the World March of Women's first international action in 2000, we have had the constant challenge of building a common political identity shared globally. In 2010, we have advanced in that sense by organizing our marches all over the world around 4 action areas agreed upon in our various international meetings: common good and public services. We have said no to the privatization of nature and to neoliberal measures that transform health, education, and water into merchandise. We affirmed the right to our territories, our lands, and our bodies, as well as the principle of food sovereignty. Women's work. We marched for economic autonomy and against a system that exploits the daily reproductive and productive work of women, while concentrating riches in the hands of the few. We demanded the reorganization and sharing of care work, equal pay for equal work, a fair minimum wage, and social security for all without any type of discrimination, such as by race, social class, or sexual orientation. Violence against women. We denounced the use of sexist violence as a tool to control women's bodies and lives. We worked with other social movements to raise awareness in society of the causes and forms of violence against women. We demanded support services for women victims of violence, while denouncing the different forms that violence against women occurs, such as rape, forced marriage, or trafficking. We especially denounced the criminalization and violence faced by women as a result of their activism. Peace and demilitarization. We marched for the immediate end to armed conflicts and for the recognition of women as protagonists of peace. We denounced the daily violence that women in conflict zones are suffering, inflicted by members of armies and paramilitary groups, as well as the rejection they face from their own communities, especially the men, who blame them for the violence they suffered. We marched to call attention to the true causes of conflicts: transnational corporations' economic interests in controlling people and natural resources, and the profit generated by the arms industry. 2010's third international action consisted of these national activities in 57 countries, as well as regional activities in the Americas region, the Asia-Oceania region, the European region, and an international closing event from the 13th to the 17th of October in the South Kivu province of the Democratic Republic of Congo. This closing event focused on the Peace and Demilitarization Action Area. Its aim was to demonstrate the causes and consequences of war in Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo and to support local women who are struggling to change their situation. The event consisted of a food sovereignty fair, a two-day forum in which women discussed the World March of Women's 4 action areas, a solidarity mission to Mwenga, the site where 14 women and 1 man were buried alive in 1999, and a final demonstration with more than 20,000 participants. This was the first time we, the World March of Women, organized an international action in a territory in conflict. With this closing event, we honored the memory of our Congolese sisters, and through them, the memory of all innocent victims of armed conflicts around the world. Altogether, this year full of national, regional, and international activities mobilized an estimated 80,000 women and men from 76 countries. Organizing an international action of this size implies a lot of preparation and mobilization of activists and resources at all levels. Many meetings were held to assure the participation of diverse women, to organize logistics, and to facilitate communication in various languages. The 2010 action was a unique experience of popular democracy and international solidarity. Through it, women increased awareness of the similarities among their daily struggles. We strengthened the alliance between women from all ages, living in the cities or in the rural areas. And we contributed to having violence against women be recognized as a central issue by other social movements. We are building a world where we are all free, and it is a feminist one.